Well, hello, all my amazingly beautiful Virgo friends. My name is Libra Empress, and we're going to be discussing your tarot for today. Now, remember that this is a general reading, and this is for yours as well as for my entertainment. And also, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. That way, I'll always be up to date with the content that I produce, and you'll be a part of our family, alright? Alright, let's get going, shall we? Now, my beautiful, beautiful Virgos, I've got 3 piles here: past, present, future. Now remember, when we get to the future, that it's not always set in stone, and it all depends on you. So you can heat it and overcome it, or come at it a different angle. It's the small things that we do. If we make small little changes, the future changes. Do you know what I mean? That's just how it is, as weird as that sounds. Now this 4th pile here, if all this resonates with you, this 4th pile will be all the energy between your past, present, and future. Alright? And then after we get done with that, remember that you know where the puzzle pieces go. I'm just reading them to you, and I'm telling a story, and it could be your story or it couldn't be your story, alright? It all depends on you. I won't know who it goes to. I'll just know the story. And then I've got the bottom of the deck, alright? Now remember that this is a general reading, so this can go for a lot of people. But if you want a personal reading, there are some really great tarot readers on YouTube that would be so happy to give you a personal reading. It all depends on if you can afford them. Like, a lot of them cost a lot of money, but another set, they don't cost a whole lot. You know what I mean? Now let's get going, shall we? Now, my beautiful Virgos, your past energy. Let's move these over. Your past energy, I don't know if you can see it, I'm just adjusting, is the King of Hazards. You're dealing with a distant, hardworking businessman who's good with their words and not good with their money, who's good with their money, not good with their words. This would be like a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Alright? Could be you. Could be someone you know. You're dealing with the Queen of Hazards. This is a materialistic, confident, and practical. Could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So here's the deal. If this isn't you, this could be a boss lady or a man who's a bit of a hard ass on you, right? But they're not doing that to be an asshat. What they're doing is they see such great potential in you, and so they ride you, if that makes sense, and get in. They're trying to advance you, but they're not very great with how they're coming about it. Does that make sense? Someone who's hard as nails on the outside and soft and gooey on the inside, like a chocolate chip cookie. Those are soft on the outside as well. So you're dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, alright? This is a Page of Swords. Someone who's inquisitive, headstrong, and observant. So when that zombie's coming, you can run to that person and be like, how do we get out of here? And they'll always have the best escape route. They always have the best ideas. You're dealing with a Judgment. Okay, so you're accepting responsibility for a situation, and you're calling karma. You're saying, enough is enough, I'm fucking done. That's your past energy. Your current energy is a 6 of Hazards. So see that person right there? Yeah, that person is so generous, full of generosity, favors, and rewards, right? That's him. I don't know if you can see him. He's kind of blurry. Anyway, so he's holding up a fishing pole with a piece of meat. And there you are. And he's like, alright, zombie. Alright, Virgo. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to become a lawnmower assassin and kill them flowers for me, right? You're going to do this for me, and I'll give you this. This is a strings attached card. You don't like strings attached, I know that. So you're calling judgment. Not just judgment, but you're also having a word with them, which is actually ironic, because you've got an Ace of Swords here. Trials, intellect, and action. So you got to think about what you're going to say and how you're going to say it to who you're going to say it to. Do not tell someone that you fell out of love with him and you never loved him ever again and blah 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 blah, unless you actually mean it. So you need to weigh out the pros and cons, because if you ever crawl back, or if they ever crawl back towards you and they've used this on you, or you've used this on them, in the back of yours or their mind will always be doubt when they tell you I love you, and you're like, are you sure? Because I mean, you did tell me you didn't love me, so now I'm confused. Trust me. And also you'll be burning bridges, but make sure you don't burn the bridge that you might need to come back to later, okay? Which I think you're burning off a Queen of Cups, which is Capricorn, Scorpio, or Pisces, alright? Someone who's intuitive, devoted, and full of emotions. Someone who also is a bit of a party girl. And by doing that, cutting off the strings attached and everything, you're getting the Wheel of Fortune. So that's luck, fate, and destiny. So everything is falling in place. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright, future energy, Six of Swords. So you're traveling away from, all this is mental baggage, okay? You're leaving the past and transitioning towards the moon, towards calmer waters. You're tired of the bullshit. But here's the deal. I don't know how to tell you this, but you've got a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius fighting over you. In the sense of they're both two suitors that want a little bit of action from you. Now this person here, bold, impetuous, and an adventurer. Someone who's willing to run ahead, get a goodie bag, and bring it back for you. I like him. A lot of tarot readers think of him as the player card. I don't, because of his story. Not to mention he is going at a moderate speed to you, so it's pretty mellow yellow, right? Now, these guys are both offering you an Ace of Wands. This is new task, motivation, and energy. But here's the thing, most tarot readers read this card as the human male phallic, or male penis. I did the quotations. I should have. Right? So someone's horny. They're like, I want you. Right? Now, this guy, he's going really fucking fast because he's swords, he cuts. Right? Brave, ego, lack of emotions. And what's funny is that they both equally want you. I don't know if you're in a relationship though. Hold on, I'm going through your cards. Okay, so here's your cards from past, present, and future. Now, King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone who's empathetic, diplomatic, and generous. Someone who, if you're not dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Virgo, this could be calling for you to, instead of being a hard ass like me, a Libra, right, where you're an animate object and you make cuts, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself. I ripped my ankle on a nail the other day and it hurts when I sweat and my fat sticks together. Okay, so you've got a decision to make, right? So what this is calling for is you don't just use your brain to make a decision. You need to weigh out the pros and cons. Use a little bit of heart in your decision-making process. That's all it's asking you. Okay? But you're going to be fighting with someone. Pull my table here. So you're fighting with someone, right? You're retreating, resting, and recovering. You're going into a mini hermit mode because of the shit that's going on. You don't know who to pick. It's a little bit chaotic and crazy, right, Virgo? This is you rushing back to your room to relax and lick your wounds before you make a decision. But you're going to get your Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces again. This is the player card. Maybe you got more than 3 suitors, because you got like 3 knights up so far. Queen, 6, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. God, you've got a lot of suitors. Okay. Romantic adventurer and a bit moody. Now, the reason why I call this the player card in my deck, he's walking really slow, by the way. He's a slowpoke. But the reason why I do that is because in his story he talks about him, if he has like a mood swing, he's going to take your heart and run off with it. And I think that's fucked up. You shouldn't try and take someone's heart and run off with it. It's like abandonment. If you don't really love them, then you should let them know and then break up peacefully. But sometimes a breakup's not easy or peaceful, so people try to slip out. Now, you're able to sit with someone, alright? They haven't sat down with in a long time. Two of Cups. So this is harmony, balance, and compromise. So you haven't been able to get along with them in a long time, but now you are. You're catching up, and you're realizing that why was we even fighting in the first place? You're working through your shit. But you're on the move, right? You're traveling, expanding, and definitely on the move. Eight of Wands. You're like, dun 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 dun, relate. Right? You're dealing with a Gemini, alright, Virgo? Some romantic sex and blinded by passion, alright? But if the sex and passion and romance was gone, would there be anything left in your relationship? Because, I mean, right here you got your Ace of Wands, so, you know, you got, I think you have, like, more than two people fighting over you. They really like you. They really, really like you. And I think you're waiting on the news. But if there was nothing, you gotta weigh the pros and cons. Who's a knight and who's a king? Who's your emperor? And you want someone who's decent. So you're dealing with an Aries, also the emperor. Now Virgo, this is leader, control, and order out of chaos. But also, here's this, okay? My beautiful friends, here's the deal. You see this guy here? Regardless of what's between your legs, Virgo, whether you're male or female, or whatever you identify as, we each, all individually, have two gender energies, male and female energy, right? You don't wake up overnight and be an emperor or an empress, okay? Here's the deal. You have to go through a lot of bullshit and growth to become an emperor. And you've reached that. You've gone through a lot. I applaud you. It's not easy. You're also dealing with a Virgo. No, I mean Taurus. I don't know why I said Virgo. That was weird. I didn't see, I didn't see a full hermit. I mean, you're a mini hermit, but you might be dealing with a Virgo too. Wait. 3 knights. Aries, Leo, Sag. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Why the fuck did I come up with a Virgo? Huh. Maybe you're going hermit mode. Anyways, you're dealing with a Taurus. Truth, advice, and education. So you're waiting. You are definitely waiting for the say-so. You're dealing with a Cancer. You're traveling, expanding. You're going on a conquest. You're making progress. You're nervous as all hell. Oh, yes, you are. You're paranoid, full of anxiety and hopelessness. But you're not alone, okay? You don't know who to choose. You don't know what to do. And you're very indecisive. You're trying to take in a difficult decision and take in the different views. But instead of using a chainsaw or a shotgun, have you ever considered borrowing Jason Voorhees' machete or Michonne's katana? If you don't know those movie references or TV show series references, we can't be friends anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we can be friends. Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th horror franchise from like the 70s up to current. And then Michonne is played by Denai. I don't remember her last name. She's such a good actress though. She's on Walking Dead. She's Rick Grimes. Would I call her his wife? I mean, I never saw him get married. But they had a baby. Huh, it's so off topic. I'm sorry. Anyway, you're making a decision. You're trying. You're doing a good job trying, though. At least you're making an effort. And the bottom of the deck is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're dealing with the Queen of Wands. Caring, self-sacrifice, and fiery. Right? She's willing to lend a hand, even if it's not attached to the rest of her body. So, yeah, you are dealing with a Virgo. That's why, right there. So, you're coming at something with a new approach, but you're going in a hermit mode. Dealing with a Three of Swords because you're juggling too many people who want you and you don't know what to do. You're trying to decide where you give your cup of love. Then you got your Page of Hazards here, who's telling you that, you know, to keep going and that they've got your back on your goals. Dealing with Justice, weighing out the pros and cons of each individual. Dealing the death of a 3 triangle, or would it be, I guess it'd be square, it'd be you and then 3 corners of a situation. Completion of your goals. Building something from nothing, fighting over something stupid, entering Empress mode, dealing with the world, also dealing with devil energy because someone will be stalking you, being self-sacrificial, getting a helping hand, leaving, well, there's financial loss, fighting for what's yours, wish fulfillment, getting hard work and recognition and skills, becoming the Fool, making a decision, fighting again, being bored, hoarding and being possessive, getting dizzy. Eventually you'll get married. And then 3, but then you're stuck in your head. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going into your everywhere else future, right? Alright, now my beautiful Virgos, I love you. Here's the deal. You're stepping into, you're going to say some shit that's going to upset some people. And you are too hot to handle. You're very sexalicious in every way possible. You're leaving your baggage behind, you know, in the future, but you're also entering into a square relationship. Like, I'm just surprised you don't have a mini stalker. Let's see that in here. But, I mean, you're able to sit with someone you didn't agree with. You're passionate. Entering Emperor mode. You're making a decision based on the knowledge that's handed to you. So you're rocking it. It's just that fucking triangle. And them 3 people. You're kind of, I think the last relationship you were in really broke you. To the point where you're just like keeping on the toxic relationship without realizing it. You know what I mean? Not relationship, toxic cycle. Because, I mean, if you think about it, okay? So, imagine this, okay? You date someone, and you're innocent. It's your first person you love or care about, right? And they trash you bad. But someone trashed them to get them to be in that mode. And they made choices, right? But they were once where you were at. So it was like a vicious cycle. So whoever they were with before you broke them. And the person they were with before you was broken by someone else. So it's like just this toxic cycle. And that's where men and women each go, oh, men are shitty, all women are shitty. They're all liars and cheaters and blah, blah, blah. When that's not necessarily true. It's just like a small portion of each group makes it bad for everyone. And they keep the toxic circle going. And right now you're kind of, I think you're trying to decide who you want to be with. Because, I mean, this is a big decision for you. You like all of them, but you gotta decide who you see a bright future with. And Virgo, the best person who can make that decision would be you, because you're absolutely fucking amazing inside and out, alright? Very caring. If you do a Libra, if you choose a Libra, the Libra will be sensual, will pamper you, love you, but can be cold and calculated sometimes. A Gemini, you know, sometimes they bounce between what they say and what they do, and that just happens sometimes, right? An Aquarius, I know like 2 Aquariuses. One is bouncing between between 2 Arieses, and she's lying, and the other one, she works her ass off and is a good mom and wife. So that all depends on who these people are, okay? If the cons outweigh the pros, then don't do it. That's not saying that each of these signs is bad. I know that some Geminis don't let their spouse talk if their spouse is a Pisces. I don't know, that's a big generalization, huh? Let me be more clear. My stepfather's a Gemini. No, not my stepfather. My father-in-law is a Gemini, and his wife is a Pisces, and he don't let her get a word in edgewise ever. So she stays quiet, and then when she drinks, she lets it all out. That's a bad habit. And you got your these. So I know that Cancers are decent. They just I know that they're very emotional. I know that all water signs are emotional. Pisces are quiet. I'm not sure about Scorpios. I only know one Scorpio, and he's always quiet, so I can't give you full knowledge there on who's who, but I can tell you this is Leos, a lot of them are decent. A lot. And I've not met a Leo that's not, actually. So that's why I say a lot, because I'm not going to put them all under. They're all decent, because, you know, if you break a person to a certain extent, then they'll show undecent, not so decent qualities, right? Now, Sagittariuses, you're a Virgo, huh? Your earth sign. I don't know if you'd mix well with Sagittarius, because that's fire sign versus earth. I know that my husband's a Sagittarius, and I'm a Libra, so we're air and fire, and we created a water sign, which is Cancer. So it all depends. And Aries is also a fire sign. I don't know much about them. I've never dated an Aries. I've dated a Taurus. Capricorns are quiet. I guess it depends. I don't know much about Virgos, and I know that Tauruses, drama follows them everywhere. So, just pick wisely on who best fits you and who you love. Okay? And also, if you wonder if you're even compatible to any of these people, like, look online for zodiac compatibility. Maybe I'll do videos down the line where I will tell whether they mix or match, you know? Maybe I'll do that after I do the videos that say which tarot readers I appreciate off my channel. Yeah, I'll do that. Give them honor and whatnot, because a lot of tarot readers, they work their asses off and they don't get the recognition that they deserve. But everybody does, you know, they work their ass off. But you're in a bit of a crazy situation, and you're nervous and full of anxiety. And a lot of this is in your head too, because Swords is an air, and that's for your mind, right? Pentacles is money, anything earthy. Wands is like goals, fire signs, and then water signs are love in the tarot deck. So that all depends on who you are and how you perceive it. Now, other than that, your reading looks okay. It's not the worst in the history of the world, but it's just telling you that you got to make a decision, because a mess is brewing, and you don't want to end up having a bunch of shit go down and picking the wrong person. Because technically, you're kind of... Where did I see it? Unless I see it. Where did I see it? Yeah, so you got like toxic energy, so whichever you choose, someone's gonna get butthurt, and that's just how it is. But don't worry about everybody else's feelings, worry about your own. Huh, I don't know. Oh, there it is. So you're 7 of Cups. You've got to make a choice. Each choice has a positive or negative effect on who you don't choose, or who you choose. Do you know what I mean? Alright. I love you, my beautiful Virgos. Thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Libra Empress. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And join me again for tomorrow's daily horoscope, okay? Or next time's tarot. Love you.